All right, let's talk about something that sounds a little weird, but is actually amazing. Peanut butter in your coffee. I know, right? But it's become this huge cult favorite for a reason. So today, we're going to break down everything you need to know about it, what's really in it, which brands to try, and even how to whip it up yourself at home.
And really, that's the dream, isn't it? The idea of starting your day with a liquid peanut butter cup? This review just nails it. When this coffee is done right, the smell alone is enough to make you a believer. But it's about more than just a sweet aroma. And here is the key takeaway. We are talking about flavored coffee beans, not some drink that's just loaded with sugary syrups. This is all about capturing that rich, nutty, super indulgent flavor without all the guilt. It's a way to get that comforting taste and, get this, it's usually vegan-friendly and has zero added sugar.
So, that's the promise. But how in the world do they actually pull it off? This is where we get into the really interesting stuff, especially when you start wondering about things like allergies and what's actually going into those coffee beans.
This is it. This is the #1 question, and for good reason. With nut allergies being so serious, you absolutely have to know what you're drinking. And, the answer might actually surprise you.
So, here's the industry secret. Roasters aren't just grinding up peanuts with their coffee beans. Instead, what they do is they use these really carefully crafted, natural, and most importantly, allergen-free flavoring oils. They add these oils to the premium Arabica beans after they've been roasted. This does two things. It keeps the flavor consistent in every bag, and it avoids that huge allergy risk.
Okay, so we know it's flavored oils, but that doesn't really explain why this combination is just so darn good. Turns out there's some actual food science behind why we find it so irresistible. It all comes down to this really cool principle called dynamic sensory contrast. It's the whole reason we love things like salted caramel or chocolate-covered pretzels. That salty, nutty flavor from the peanut butter creates this perfect, delicious contrast with the smooth, slightly bitter notes of a good medium roast coffee. It's just a perfect match.
But let's be real. We've all had this experience, right? You open a new bag of flavored coffee, and the smell is just incredible. You get so excited, and then you brew it, and all that amazing flavor just disappears. You're left with this weak, kind of disappointing cup of coffee.
And this is exactly why that happens. Those flavor oils are what's known as volatile, so they give off that incredible aroma when they hit the air, but the super high heat from brewing coffee literally makes them evaporate. They flash off before they even get a chance to infuse into the water. The best coffee companies have figured out how to lock that flavor in, but it's a huge challenge.
So, knowing how tricky that is, let's talk about some brands that are actually nailing it. If you're looking to buy a bag of pre-flavored coffee, these are the ones that really deliver on that rich peanut buttery promise. First up is Door County's Peanut Butter Crunch. Now, this one is for the coffee lover who still wants their coffee to taste like, well, coffee. It has this beautiful, subtle, nutty finish. It's a super smooth medium roast, and because they're a small, family-owned business doing small batch roasting, you know you're getting incredibly fresh beans. Okay, but if you are looking for that straight-up dessert-in-a-cup experience, Smart Sips is where it's at. Their chocolate peanut butter is the one that got that smells like a peanut butter cup review, and it totally lives up to the hype. They were even on Shark Tank. It's just this rich, creamy, perfect balance of chocolate and peanut butter. It is fantastic.
And if you're feeling a little adventurous, check this out. Bones Coffee makes a peanut butter and jelly flavor. No joke. This one is a wild ride. It's a high caffeine brew, and you get that sweet grape jelly flavor right up front, with the peanut butter coming in right behind it. It's super nostalgic and just a really, really fun cup of coffee.
Okay, so buying a flavored bag is awesome, but what if you want to play around and experiment at home? Let's turn your kitchen into your own personal coffee lab and talk about how you can create the perfect homemade peanut butter brew. Honestly, it does not get any easier than this. Just take a spoonful of your favorite creamy peanut butter and stir it directly into your hot coffee until it dissolves. It gives your coffee this amazing, rich, creamy texture and adds some healthy fats for more sustained energy. It's the perfect way to test out the flavor combo right now.
Now, if you want to get a little more advanced, you've got options. Regular natural peanut butter paste is great for hot lattes, especially if you have a blender to get it really smooth. But defatted peanut powder? It's a total game changer. It's low-fat, high in protein, and it mixes into cold drinks like iced coffee or protein shakes perfectly with no clumps at all.
And hey, don't forget that your brew method makes a huge difference. If you're adding real peanut butter, a French press will give you this super rich, creamy result because it lets all those wonderful oils pass through. If you prefer a cleaner cup, a pour-over or an AeroPress will filter those out and give you a brighter flavor. And of course, it's an incredible base for cold brew or lattes.
All right, let's wrap this all up. We're going to do a quick fire round of the most frequently asked questions just to make sure we've covered all the bases.
Let's hit this one more time because it is by far the most important question. Is this coffee safe for someone with a peanut allergy?
Okay, here's the bottom line. Bagged, flavored coffee beans from most major brands are usually safe because of those allergen-free oils. But, and this is a big but, you have to read the label every single time. And be extra careful with drinks you get at a cafe or any powdered mixes, because those might contain actual peanut flour.
The other big question we always hear, are you just basically drinking a cup full of sugar?
Absolutely not. At least not if you're brewing it with the flavored beans themselves. Those have zero added sugar. All the sugar comes into play with those pre-made mixes or the syrups a barista might use. When you brew at home, you have total control over what goes in your cup.
So, we have demystified the flavor, we've looked at the science, we've checked out the best brands, and we even built our own little DIY coffee lab. The only question left is, are you ready to go on your own peanut butter coffee quest?
I really hope this has inspired you to give it a shot. Whether you go out and grab a bag from one of those brands we talked about, or you just stir a spoonful into your coffee tomorrow morning, you are in for a serious treat. Definitely let us know in the comments if you've tried it and what your perfect recipe is. Enjoy!